The Mirror's Edge, Reinventing Your Reflection. Welcome to the BlackCEO podcast, where we dive deep into the minds of trailblazers who are reshaping our world. Today, we're in for a treat that will challenge your perspective and ignite your spirit. I recently had the incredible privilege of interviewing Dr. Stephanie Smith, CEO of Page One. And let me tell you, what I learned from her is nothing short of revolutionary. Dr. Smith isn't just any CEO. She's a force of nature, a beacon of hope in a world that often feels shrouded in darkness. Her impact extends far beyond the boardroom. She's changing lives, reshaping narratives, and quite literally redefining what it means to be successful in today's world. But before we dive into the wisdom she shared, let's take a moment to appreciate the magnitude of her influence. Imagine a world where everyone felt truly seen, valued, and respected. A world where self-doubt and fear of rejection didn't hold people back from pursuing their dreams. That's the world Dr. Stephanie Smith is tirelessly working to create. Through her television network, her talk show, and her numerous philanthropic endeavors, she's touching lives and inspiring change on a global scale. Now, you might be thinking, another talk about self-love and reinvention? Haven't we heard this all before? And wow. Well, my friends, prepare to have your minds blown, because what Dr. Smith shared with me isn't just about feeling good, it's about revolutionizing the way we see ourselves and our place in the world. Let's start with the truth bomb that might make some of you squirm in your seats. It doesn't matter what situation you're in, what you've been through, or what circumstances you were born into. You are worthy of respect from others, yes, but most importantly from yourself. It's a simple concept, but one that's so often forgotten in the hustle and bustle of our daily lives. Dr. Smith's journey is a testament to this truth. Despite her numerous accomplishments, an awards winner, an honorary doctorate degree, a professional singer, an MC, a book writer, and more, she found herself in a position where her peers refused to acknowledge her in her crafts. Can you imagine that? Having achieved so much, yet feeling invisible in your own industry. But here's where it gets interesting, folks. Instead of letting this rejection define her, Dr. Smith chose to redefine herself. She looked in that mirror and decided that the reflection staring back at her needed to change, not because there was anything wrong with her, but because she knew she deserved more. This, my friends, is the essence of reinvention. It's not about becoming someone else. It's about becoming the truest version of yourself. It's about looking at your life, your circumstances, your challenges, and saying, this is who I was, and this is who I am today, or who it aspired to be. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. That's easy for her to say. She's successful. She has a TV network, for crying out loud. But here's the kicker. Dr. Smith's life hasn't been a walk in the park. She's faced struggles, setbacks, and moments of doubt, just like the rest of us. The difference? She chose to view these challenges not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones. Let me share a little secret with you. Dr. Smith confided in me that she reminds herself each day to give thanks for all that she has. Gratitude, my friends, is the fertilizer for growth. It's not about ignoring the hard stuff. It's about acknowledging it while also recognizing the good. But here's where Dr. Smith's wisdom really shines. She doesn't just preach self-love and reinvention. She actively works to lift others up. She gets joy from encouraging people to take baby steps, then bigger and bigger steps in the right direction. See what I did there? A little wordplay never hurt anybody. Imagine, if you will, a world where we all walked our personal runways with new courage, strutting our stuff with a brand new testimony. A world where we could confidently say, this is who I was and this is who I am today. Powerful, isn't it? But let's get real for a moment. This journey isn't always easy. Dr. Smith openly shared with me that her life has had its fair share of difficulties. She recognized that many have suffered much more than her, and yet she chooses gratitude. She chooses to be thankful for the support she receives from her husband, her sister, and all of her children. This, my friends, is the secret sauce. It's not about pretending everything is perfect. It's about acknowledging the hard times while also recognizing the blessings. It's about understanding that our worth isn't determined by our circumstances, but by our inherent value as human beings. Now, let's talk about something that might make some of you squirm even more in your seats: honesty. Dr. Smith emphasized the importance of creating a safe space where people feel free to be honest and truthful about what they want out of life. And here's the kicker. She believes that deep down, we all want the same things. Think about that for a moment. Despite our differences, despite our varied backgrounds and experiences, at our core, we're all seeking the same fundamental things: love, respect, purpose, connection. It's a powerful realization, isn't it? One that has the potential to bridge divides and foster understanding. But here's where the rubber meets the road. It's not enough to just nod along and say, yeah, that sounds nice. But Dr. Smith's message is a call to action. It's an invitation to look in the mirror and really see yourself, not just your physical appearance, but your dreams, your potential, your worth. And let me tell you, this isn't always comfortable. Growth rarely is. But as Dr. Smith would say, it's about taking those baby steps. Maybe today it's just looking in the mirror and saying one nice thing about yourself. Tomorrow, it might be standing up for yourself in a difficult situation. The day after that, who knows? You might just start that business you've been dreaming about or finally pursue that passion project you've been putting off. Now, I want to circle back to something Dr. Smith mentioned that I think is crucial. She talked about her tone, describing it as sometimes like Wendy Williams and sometimes like Jennifer Hudson. And isn't that just the perfect metaphor for life? Some days we're bold and brash, ready to take on the world. Other days we're soulful and introspective, diving deep into our emotions. Both are valid, both are valuable, and both are part of what makes us uniquely us. But here's the thing, and I think this is really the heart of Dr. Smith's message. We get to choose. We get to decide how we show up in the world. We get to write our own stories, craft our own narratives. And yes, sometimes life throws us curveballs. Sometimes circumstances seem to conspire against us. But even then, we have the power to choose our response. Dr. Smith's journey is a powerful reminder of this. Despite facing rejection and lack of acknowledgement from her peers, she didn't let that define her. Instead, she chose to define herself. She chose to keep pushing, keep creating, keep believing in her worth. And that, my friends, is the essence of self love. It's not about narcissism or selfishness. It's about recognizing your inherent value, regardless of external validation. It's about knowing that you are worthy of respect, of love, of success, not because of what you've achieved or what others think of you, but simply because you exist. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, that's all well and good, but how do I actually do this? How do I start loving myself when I've spent so long doubting my worth? Well, Dr. Smith has some thoughts on that too. First, it starts with awareness. Start paying attention to your self talk. How do you speak to yourself when you make a mistake, when you look in the mirror, when you face a challenge? If you wouldn't say it to a friend, why are you saying it to yourself? Next, practice gratitude. Like Dr. Smith, make it a daily habit to give thanks for what you have. This doesn't mean ignoring the difficulties in your life, it means acknowledging them while also recognizing the good. It's about shifting your focus from what's lacking to what's present. Then take those baby steps. Set small, achievable goals for yourself. Maybe it's speaking up in a meeting, trying a new hobby, or simply giving yourself a compliment each day. Celebrate these small victories. They're the building blocks of bigger change. And finally, surround yourself with support. Dr. Smith emphasized the importance of the support she receives from her family. Who are the people in your life who lift you up, who encourages your dreams? Lean into these relationships. And if you find yourself lacking in this area, seek out communities or groups that align with your values and aspirations. But here's the real kicker, and I think this is what makes Dr. Smith's message so powerful. This journey of self love and reinvention isn't just about you. Yes, you'll benefit enormously. You'll likely find more happiness, more confidence, more success. But the impact goes far beyond that. When you start to truly love and value yourself, you create a ripple effect. You become more capable of loving and valuing others. You're more likely to stand up against injustice, not just for yourself, but for others too. You're more likely to pursue your passions, and in doing so, you might just create something that changes the world. Imagine a world where everyone felt truly seen, valued, and respected, where people weren't held back by self doubt or fear of rejection, where we all walked our personal runways with confidence and grace. That's the world Dr. Smith is working towards. And it's a world we can all help create. So, as we wrap up this journey inspired by Dr. Stephanie Smith's wisdom, I want to leave you with a challenge that might just change your life and through you, change the world. Look in the mirror today, really look. See beyond the surface, see your potential, your dreams, your worth, and then speak your best life into existence. Because you, my friend, are worthy of respect, of love, of success. You are worthy of a life that fills you with joy and purpose. Remember, this isn't about becoming someone else. It's about becoming the truest, most authentic version of yourself. It's about shedding the limitations others have placed on you, and more importantly, the limitations you placed on yourself. As Dr. Smith would say, it's time to take that first step towards the life you dream of. It might be a baby step or it might be a giant leap. What matters is that you're moving forward, that you're choosing to believe in your worth, that you're daring to reinvent yourself. So, my friends, as you go about your day, as you face challenges and celebrate victories, remember this: you are worthy, you are capable, you are enough, just as you are right now in this moment. But also remember that you have the power to grow, to change, to become even more. Speak your best life into existence. Walk your personal runway with courage. Write your new testimony because the world needs your unique voice, your unique gifts. The world needs you to show up fully and authentically. And who knows, maybe one day you'll be the one inspiring others with your story of self love and reinvention. Maybe you will be the one reminding someone else of their worth, encouraging them to take those first steps towards their dreams. So I'll leave you with this question: if you truly believed in your worth, if you truly loved yourself unconditionally, what would you do differently today? How would your life change? How might you change the world? The mirror's edge is calling. It's time to step up, to look beyond the surface, to see the incredible potential that lies within you. It's time to reinvent your reflection, not just for yourself, but for a world that desperately needs your light. Will you answer the call? Will you dare to love yourself fiercely and unapologetically? Will you commit to taking those first steps towards reinvention? The choice is yours. The power is yours. And the world is waiting for the incredible you that's just waiting to emerge. So go forth, my friends, look in that mirror, smile at your reflection, and then go out and change the world, one self loving step at a time. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, or in this case, a single step. Your reinvention starts now. Are you ready? Thank you for joining me on this transformative journey. Until next time, keep loving, keep growing, and keep reinventing. The best is yet to come, and it starts with you.